YouTube? What's good, boys? Weekly installment of our theme team rankings. Today we have a theme team rankings update, our first on the channel. If you guys did not watch our first rankings video, I have compiled this spreadsheet ranking each position for each theme team in a tier system, tier 3, tier 2, tier 1, and tier 0. Based off of that tier and I guess point system, we deduct a final score for all the teams. Right now, the Ravens are in first place with 24.5 points, 24.5 points. And we are going to be looking at the rankings from last week compared to this week. And also some of the notable climbers in the rankings. I don't think many teams fell, but some climbers in the rankings and whatnot. This will be based off of obviously the content we've gotten in the last week. Legends, Campus Heroes, and that last Ghost drops over the weekend. The link to this will be in the description below. I'm going to update it once a week after all the cards are added into the game on Saturday or Sunday. Probably after the Legends get announced, I'll update it as long as we don't have any promos on Sunday. Just to sum it up, basically for how this works, we can go to the quarterback section right here. And if we look at the Saints, I know they're under my face cam probably right now. Saints got Drew Brees, who is a tier 3 quarterback. They would get 3 points, 3 out of 3 points for the quarterback position. They used to have Jameis, who was a 0. So obviously the Saints score is going to go up from a 14.5 all the way to an 18, because they got a couple other cards too, Ricky Williams, whatever. So their score goes from 14.5 to 18 based off of probably only 2 cards. And in doing so, they climb 6 spots in the rankings. And that's what we're going to go through, track it on a week-to-week basis, see what theme teams are hot, see what theme teams are getting all the cards. And we've got 3 teams right here, the Ravens, Chiefs, and Saints we're going to look at. And then we'll go through like the top 5 theme teams right now. If you guys are looking to build a team, I know I personally have all my coins liquidated. I'm, kind of just waiting. It feels like I don't really know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to build a theme team eventually on the personal account. I haven't had one in a while. I'll probably wait for playoff promo maybe and pick one of the playoff teams. It's probably the smartest thing to do. But if you guys are looking for a theme team to build, I'm sure this ranking system will help. First team we're going to look at, number 1, the top theme team right now, in my opinion, per my grading system, the Baltimore Ravens. And we can quickly see why the Ravens are the best team in the game right now. Ricky Williams just came out, so they get a new running back, top tier running back. They get some help at left tackle, even though they had Stanley, so they have 2 91 tackles, so we can move Orlando Brown, Stanley right there. Our tight end, Shannon Sharp, Deion Sanders, Deshaun Jackson, Odell, and obviously Lamar Jackson or Joe Flacco at quarterback. So you have a budget option, and you have, one of the best quarterbacks out right now currently. We also get Devin Hester at corner. We get Marcus Peters at corner right here. And we also get Terrell Suggs, Roquan Smith too. So this team got 4 starters on defense in the last week alone. Lurk artist for 0 AP on Roquan Smith. Terrell Suggs with 90 speed coming off the edge. What does he get? Lurk artist for 0. Wait, what's his zone? Is this a good, can this card play coverage? I feel like Lurk artist is kind of random. Coverage, zone 70. So, I guess I wouldn't really suggest doing that, but he gets Edgley for 2. I guess it can't hurt dropping him into zones temporarily. It's 0 AP Lurk artist, so that is what it is. Devin Hester, 1 AP pick artist, and Marcus Peters, 93 speed, 95 speed on the theme team with 1 AP acrobat or pick artist. So 4 new starters on defense for the Ravens, already paired with Deion Sanders, Kyle Hamilton. They'll get an Ed Reed eventually, Ray Lewis, and the middle of the field is kind of nuts. They also have Tavius Robinson, who's 91 speed off the edge. So this defense is getting really good. And the offense is nothing short of, top tier. Odell, Deion Sanders, Deshaun Jackson, Shannon Sharp, Ricky Williams. Good offensive line. Good enough, really. This is the top theme team right now, hands down. Definitely one of the more expensive theme teams as well. And I think we can look at a more of a budget team. But this team, the Chiefs moved up 4 spots. They are now sitting at the number 4 spot. Top 5 theme team, top 5, Kansas City Chiefs, 9 mil without taking out LTDs and such. We could probably take out Moon LTD. We could take out Le'Veon. We could move Pacheco up. What else is there? Will Shields, defense. No, it all looks pretty good. I think it all looks pretty good, right? They got Suggs as well, Pacheco. Okay, so about 8 million coins for this team. Not exactly budget. I say budget's more around like 4 or 5 mil for a full theme team. But the Kansas City Chiefs moved up inside the top 5 with Peyton Hillis. I mean, how much is Peyton Hillis? 2 mil. So if you didn't want to get Peyton Hillis, you're at 6 mil. So give and take, it's there. Tony Gonzalez, Rashee Rice, Tyreek Hill. Rashee Rice is a really good card. 95 speed on the theme team. 6'1". Tyreek Hill, obviously 97 speed. Mahomes, probably still usable. I would build this team, but I'm a Bills fan, and I just really don't like the Chiefs in real life. Like, a great Madden team. Great team to run in Madden. I can't do it. It's against everything in my being. This team is another team that gets Marcus Peters and Terrell Suggs. So 2 big cards applying to multiple theme teams. A lot of teams got Marcus Peters. Ravens, Chiefs, Raiders, Rams. Definitely a big theme team guy. I think Suggs is just Chiefs and Ravens. Oh, Cardinals too. Interesting. But yeah, Chiefs defense. Derek Thomas this week, 93 speed, which is insane. 95 speed off the edge on this theme team. 1 AP edge threat, 1 AP no outsiders as well. Not too sure how edge threat is this year. I don't think it's as good as it has been in years past, but the Chiefs theme team has gotten some pretty big cards this week. Next team we've got is the Saints, finally getting their quarterback, Drew Brees, from the Legends drop. Not the Raiders theme team, but the Saints theme team. Also gets Chargers chems for Drew Brees, if we look right here. What's his ability stack? 1 AP Gunslinger, 1 AP Protected. Interesting. And then, so Slinger's 2 in here. He gets 3 AP Fearless as well. 3 AP How Master, so yeah. And then he gets gift wrapped for 1. So 5 AP for all of that. You get 2 AP to do with whatever you want. Dude, Taysom Hill with Gunslinger is just insane. So we got Jimmy Graham, Taysom Hill. And one thing to note, this theme team fully maxed out. The Saints, where are the Saints in the rankings? Saints right here. Tied for 11. So borderline top 10 team. Obviously, you could use fillers, like offensive line fillers would get this team into the top 10. And most likely receivers as well. Olave only being 90 speed. Michael Thomas, 91 speed. The receivers aren't great on this team. Running back is really good. Brees is really good. Even Kamara is probably still a decent budget card, you know. You've got good tight ends. I would say receiver fillers, O-line fillers, if you want to go 25 Saints, or even 50 out of 50 Saints with a couple fillers. I do like the Saints theme team. It's the corners too, though. Alontae Taylor is a budget card, 92 speed. I don't know if this team's usable. I will say this team is definitely a good 25 team. If you're going to go 25 Saints, 25 Falcons or something like that, this team would be really good, or a theme team with really good receivers. Theme team with good receivers would go well, with receivers and corners. So if we were to look at like the fastest teams, which is receiver and cornerback in these little mini rankings down here, Niners and Seahawks would go really well. If we go to MuttGG, my theme team, change theme team, and we go with Saints, Seahawks, view hybrid theme team, view and lineup builder, here we are. This is 20, well, not 25, but you get the gist. Now the theme team looks a little bit better. You know what I mean? Considerably more expensive, but at the same time, a little bit better. Like, you don't need Sherman. You don't need Sherman. You don't need Sherman in there. Like, 2 lurk artists. Does Demario Davis get lurk artists for 0? 1? That's bogus. That's some bogus right there. Yeah, but I mean, Saints are on the come up. Not quite there yet. I would say a strong 25 out of 25 team, and eventually when they get receivers and corners, you can go 50. Or just go 50 right now if you're a Saints fan. I think the Saints are in a better spot than the Bills. But our next team was just featured on the channel yesterday. Late upload for me, so if you missed it, is what it is. Bears theme team looks amazing, right? We use this team pretty much maxed out. I'm looking through it. We didn't have Reuben Brown. We didn't have Allen Robinson. We had Alshon. But this team was phenomenal. Like, this Montez Sweat card, 96 speed, 6'6". He is something else. DJ Moore with Slotomatic is a goon. Slotomatic's probably my new favorite ability. He was getting it done. The fridge is a beast. Like, his throwing motion's perfect. The abilities we used were none of those. I want to say we used How Route Master, Slinger. We used Slinger for 0, and then gift wrapped somewhere. Didn't use evasive or any of that junk. Yeah, we did this. Slinger, gift wrapped, How Master, 4 AP. Johnson, we were running 6-1, so Jalen Johnson was playing safety. Montez Sweat off the edge, Roquan Smith over the middle, ZRP lurk artist as we saw before. The theme team is just really good. The theme team is 100% top 5. I'm saying number 2 for the Bears. Niners hovered. The Niners went back from the 2 spot to the 3 spot. Eagles moved from 1 to tied for 3. Chiefs moved up. Falcons stayed around the same. Dolphins, it looks like considerably went from 19.5 points at 7th place to 21.5 points, tied for 6th. So we'll look at the Dolphins. They jumped a little bit. Who did they get? I know they got Ricky. Yeah, Mostert from Ricky. They were running Mostert before, upgraded to Ricky. No receivers. Was Ramsey graded before? I think it might have been just Ricky Williams that jumped this team. And that just goes to show, with these theme team rankings, one card in a spot where they don't have any talent or any good cards can really propel them up in the rankings. Van Ginkel got a 90, but Dolphins theme team's pretty good too. Cheap as well, 6.8 mil. And that's including Ramsey and Tyreek. And you could promote Waddle. We used Waddle. Waddle's a really good budget card, 77K. 77K for Waddle's a steal. We used this team this week too. We used the Dolphins this week too, and they're really good. I enjoyed using this theme team. Another team that I would love to have, like personally, but I'm a Bills fan, so like it just doesn't feel right building a Dolphins or a Chiefs theme team, especially with the game that's happening tonight. Go Bills, by the way. And what else do we got in the standings? Panthers hovered around the same spot. Seahawks, looks like they moved back a little bit. Titans, they're on the same spot. Cowboys, Lions, Commanders. So not a huge week of content. No drastic changes. I mean, Campus Heroes was a letdown if we'll be honest. Some of the cards are decent, but nothing really game-breaking or too exciting, and no huge discounts AP-wise. Legends were good, but not great. And the Ghost Drop over last weekend, I think it was last weekend, Sunday. The Ghost Drop was pretty good. Aside from that, though, there's nothing really crazy going on in the rankings. I'm going to do this once a week. Like I said, link to this spreadsheet will be down in the description. And if you're confused on the players, we'll look at right here. We'll zoom in, actually. Make it so you guys can probably see it. We'll look at the quarterbacks right here. So Tier 3 is best in the game. Tier 2, not the best, but still good. Tier 1 would avoid using. Tier 0, unusable. So for the 49ers theme team, their quarterback is Joe Montana. I deem him as a quarterback I would avoid using. And he gets a score of 1 since he's in the Tier 1. The Bears, with William Perry, get a Tier 3 score, so they get 3 points. And all these scores, I add up, right? All of those scores I add up, and they get deposited right in this overall rankings tab. So if I were to go in right here and change the Rams score from 0 to 3, you can see the Rams are right here. Just pay attention to that number. If I were to change them from 0 to 3, they go up to 20.5. So all of that gets deposited, and we keep up with all the stuff. There are some different point systems. Where do we got? Like for lurk artists, if a team has 2 lurk artists, 2 users, they get 1 point. If they have 1 lurk artist, they get 0.5. And if they have none, they get 0. So the Bengals don't have any lurk artist cards or any Bengals Chems cards that get lurk artists, so they get a 0. The Niners have Moss and Warner, so they get 1. Pretty simple stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoy, and hopefully you guys have a good Sunday. Watch some football. Some good games on, players fighting to get in. Go Bills later, 8 o'clock. I'll be watching. And, yeah, that's really all I got. So that being said, Jock signing.